No, 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 no. Did I just come here and it is Sunday and we are doing a random stream? What's going on, chat? Music is getting wild. Hold up. What's going on, chat? What is going on? Gonna start this thing off with a little test run on Apocalypse. Let's get it. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Welcome to the stream, y'all. Welcome to the stream. That is just perfect. Just dropped my whole keyboard. Just trying to break. Alright, who's in the stream? Who is all here, chat? Who is in the building? Did we already get a ride? Is this thing testing? Gonna start the test. Get the day going. Who's up in here? How's the chat? How's this thing sounding? Whoa. Okay. Audio is sounding crazy. Crazy. Okay, my bad on that. Did not know that that shit was fucked up like that. Appreciate the likes, y'all. What? Okay. Okay, now we're back. Haven't been on in like 2 weeks, chat. Forgot how to like stream for a second. I'm gonna heat up my coffee, chat, and we're gonna get this thing going and keep working on the apocalypse build. Who is all here? Is it people I know, or are you guys just kind of like dropping in? Give me like 2 seconds. We're gonna jump into this apocalypse build. What it do, chat? What it do? Long time no see. Long time no talk. Who's all here, chat? All right, chat. So it looks like you guys are going to be a little quiet here, I guess. I don't know if you guys know me or if I don't know you, but my name is Brotherly, aka Jerron Durrell. That is me. And we are working on this beautiful park here, Magic Mountain, located in Valencia, California. I've been working on this project for like maybe about a year and 9 months now. We're approaching 2 years very soon. Crazy shit, chat. Almost 2 years. Almost fucking 2 years on this project. But who's all up in here? Let's see who we got up in here. What's good, Snoop? What's up, man? About to jump onto this apocalypse build, kind of finalize things. 37 frames is not good. What the hell's going on here? Are we not using 37 frames? Whoa, we must not be using why has my graphics changed at all? Like, what? Okay, so that was like my FPS counter is lying. It just said that we had 30 frames per second, and that was definitely not the case. Okay, so this is the current state of the build right now. If you guys are not familiar with Apocalypse, it's the little rickety wooden coaster in the back. This is where we are. I know I haven't been on in a couple weeks, and we haven't been able to keep building, or I haven't been able to keep building. But this is where we are with the section so far. And we're going to continue today with the queue section and just kind of make our way backwards into the station and work on anything that catches my eye. The next section will be this little area here. There's supposed to be quite sizable building here that's going to stand right in this section that will lead us into the main theming of this ride, which is a very, no pun, apocalyptic, shit's being torn down, world's ending vibe. So, yeah, we're going to get that vibe to come through as much as possible going forward. But I thought some more people would jump in. But we are streaming randomly on the Sundays. But I appreciate every single one of you guys here. You guys know how I get down. Even if it's only 2 of us in here, we're going to rock out like it's 2,000. So keep on pushing. But vibe out with me, chat. I haven't been in the park in like 2 weeks, so we're going to take a little fly around and just get inspired on what we can do here. I'm going to pack me a little bowl. Snoop, you know what's good with that. If your name's Snoop Boy, I'm pretty sure you be indulging. Is that water frozen? They're not frozen, but it looked like it was stuck. If you guys are just joining in the stream, we are about to start working on the Apocalypse build right now. If you're watching in the future, skip to the part where I'm building. But for now, I'm just going to pack this little bowl here, get the inspiration going. I can play the game to about 12. Then I got to go to work, chat. I got to get back to it. And then on Monday, we're going to be building like we usually do. I know I missed out on you guys for the last 2 weeks, but life happens. But I'm back for this week. Monday, we're gonna get down. We're gonna get in here and tackle Apocalypse and just get it off the to-do list. I see you guys in the Discord asking what's the next project for this park. As we go forward, we're going to start working on Jetstream and finalizing Ninja's section, because that whole section is kind of like playing off of each other. So that is what's next on the to-do list of Magic Mountain. And I just seen that Full Throttle still, for whatever reason, has 2 trains running on it. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why this keeps happening. I don't know if I just didn't save it. But we're going to change this right now and fix that right now. So save. And why not? Let's just ride her for one time, make sure that she makes it through. Appreciate you guys coming through. Love this ride. I can't wait till we get to the top of this hill and start working on the path underneath this and really dialing in this area. It's still like very rough skeleton of what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Woo! Let's go, chat. off me. Yeah. Yeah. What's going on, chat? Give me like 5 seconds. 5 seconds and I'm coming back. Give me 5 seconds. And we're gonna start this build. Just taking in a little inspiration. If you know what I mean. If you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. We gotta fix these supports, chat. They're not vibes. I built these support beams when I first started the game. Full Throttle was one of the first rides in the park, and we didn't have the proper support beams yet, so they looked all shitty. And we didn't have the coaster support mod, so. What's good, Michael? Or AKA Free? What's good with you? We're just taking a ride here on Full Throttle, making sure that it works because for whatever reason, the game saved it with just 2 carts. 2 cars. Yo, everybody. Happy Sunday. We're going to start the build on Apocalypse very soon. We're just taking a little ride on Full Throttle, making sure that it passes through the circuit because for whatever reason, it was saved with 2 trains or 2 cars. And let's get back over here. We're all the way over here, guys. We are slowly but surely gonna get this whole entire build and map done. One day you're just gonna come to this map and everything's gonna be done and you can just explore to your heart's desire and just kind of see all of my work that I've been doing over the past almost 2 years. So it's official, chat. This build is gonna take about 2.5 years. There's just no way that I'm gonna get the next half of it done within, I was thinking that maybe I can get it done by the time it gets its 2-year anniversary in November, but I just don't see myself having enough time to dial out some of these sections that are going to be here, especially with my schedule now where I'm only able to play the game twice throughout the week, and I do get some lengthy sessions in, but I just think that this is going to take a long time to detail it the way that I like to detail things. It doesn't look super detailed when you fly above here, but when you get into the sections, you can kind of get in there and see that you can come into every building for the most part. And I want to have it to the same detail throughout the park. So it's going to take some time to get there because a lot of this area, especially X's area, there's no railings. Oh my god, the music here is absolutely atrociously loud. Let's fix that. Some of the speakers in the park were not edited yet, or they haven't been edited yet since the update where they allowed us to change the speaker volume. So let's go ahead and save that because that was a loud ass speaker. So yeah, like some of these areas here, chat, they can still use a little bit of detail that's missing. Like this bridge here is supposed to have a little small black steel gate in front of it, and I think what I'm gonna do is just have them a little bit closed but open that way so that they're actually there. What did Freed say? What is it? What is franchise in the game? Franchise is basically your like typical career mode where you have a set money to start off with. All the rides are not unlocked, and you have like kind of a system where things are unlocked progressively. Just kind of give you a real game like atmosphere. That does. It's just kind of like if you ever played Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 or 3, that's what franchise is. And you can do franchise, I believe, with another person. So if you want to co-op or collab with someone, you can kind of go back and forth between the map, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this map though, just FYI, is not on franchise mode. I thought about doing it, but franchise mode was not out when I started making this map. And unfortunately, you can't just start a map in franchise mode because there's like leaderboard shit. So hopefully, chat, we get the scenario editor, and then I'm allowed to make this map into some type of mission or campaign or franchise in itself. Because I would love to give you guys little tasks to finish here or get the park to a certain rating, or just different things that you can have done inside of this park that there's an actual mission to do here. And I know it's possible because the campaign has missions inside the park. So if they give us a scenario editor and we're able to give the game or the map specific missions that are not just super mundane and it's actually like challenge, this can be a very, very rewarding map for the game. And I already have some things in mind of just like making it extremely hard to keep the guests their needs, like their thirst, seeing that this map is like in the desert. I basically would turn the thirst needs up extremely high, and you have to just OD drink fountains everywhere, and just like in the end, it'll look very tacky. It's not going to look like Magic Mountain because of the needs, but at least give you something to do, and you'll start changing things to meet the needs, the pricings, and just management would be involved. So make problems for you guys to solve. So once the map is done, I hope they give us a scenario editor, because at this point we're just making like dioramas and it's fun, but I'd rather give you guys something to work with, right? Who's all up in here, chat? Check settings. What? Check settings. What? Check settings. Check what settings? Check settings. Check what settings? You're making a recreation of Six Flags New Orleans? Good luck, my friend. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some goddamn time. I mean, it just depends on how much time you're willing to give to these recreations, because if you're making a whole park, which took, I'm not too sure how long Six Flags New Orleans has been there, but I'm pretty sure it's been there at least 2 decades or longer. So you're trying to recreate something that took 10 to 20 years to make, and make it in a virtual world. So my thought process with this is to just have fun with it. If you're making this recreation of Six Flags New Orleans, because with these type of parks, it can become kind of overwhelming of how much shit needs to be done, and it can almost feel like a job. So what I like to do is I just work on parts of the park that inspire me the most. I'm pretty sure you're like at the beginning stage of the park and it's very new, so things are still fun. But as you start to get a little burn or a little bit of, just tired of working on the same thing, just switch over to something else. Try to build a different attraction in the park, work on a different area, and have things like connect so that it just doesn't seem so mundane, because it can get very mundane, chat. It's so hard to like not start working on a different project. And the way that I don't do that is I just start working on another project inside of the park, because there's so many projects inside of this project. So enough of that. Just a little small rant. Small rants, chat. That's what we're here for. I'm over towards the boomerang. You can control the needs. Yeah, you can control the needs in the settings. But it doesn't have any effect on as far as like what I was saying as far as the needs. I was talking about the scenario editor, to where I would turn the multiplier up, and the objective would be to make sure there's like a certain satisfactory level with the guest. I don't know, with like a limited amount of stalls, there has to be some type of way where there's a limitation, and then also a way that you can make it work. So I don't know. We'll see what the scenario editor brings, but what if you can only install 20 or maybe 10 food stalls, 10 drinking stalls? That was the max, and you had to get a certain level of efficiency with those stalls. So shit like that. That's what I want to see from the scenario editor. That really pushes the player to be smart and figure out how to get the map to work financially. And you can't just spam like putting down 10 fountains or 10 drink places and then it just works. And I think that right there would cause a lot of creativity and just replayability. So if they do things like that, which I probably think they won't, but one can only hope, that there's actual task in the game that causes the player to be creative besides like get 5 seconds of airtime. Like, I don't want to critique too crazy on what the campaign offers, but some of the goals or tasks in the story mode can be just a little bit dumb. But we'll see what happens in this game. So if you guys are just tuning in, we're just chopping it up. We're not really doing too much here. We are going to start working on our lovely little friend here, Apocalypse. It is still a skeleton right here. There's a lot to do, a lot to see, and we still haven't got to the fun part of the ride where we're inside working onto I would call it the shack area of it, where there's a lot of special effects and things going on inside the interior of this build. Apocalypse has like one of the most themed areas. It doesn't look that themed, but for Magic Mountain, this is a lot of theming going on. Like this small little set that they have here, this is like honestly the most that Magic Mountain will ever do for a single attraction ever again. Unless Warner Brothers or a major player comes into the park that's building or collaborating with the ride, Magic Mountain in itself doesn't really partake in the major theming. So, where is my people at? Who is all up in here? We got 6 souls up in here. 6 souls. All right, chat. So, where are we going to start here today? I think we need to... I'm going to take you guys onto the Google side, and we're going to start working on this building here. So you guys know what we're about to do. If you're new, then I guess you don't know, but we're about to go to the other side. So give me 5 seconds. We're going to Google. All right, here we go, chat. Going on a little field trip to Magic Mountain. Let's get it. All right. So what we like to do here is we go to Google Maps, and then we're gonna go in here and just use this as a guide for our width, our length, and just a good general senses of what we're building here. So we have a good aerial view of the park. So this window will be up here while we kind of do some groundwork. So let's get familiar with what we're about to do here. So Snoop, if you haven't, you're probably using Google Maps. I'm pretty sure you're doing this already. But Google Maps, for anybody that wants to do park recreations, you can come in and look at a 3D view of the park, which allows you to actually measure certain sections. So that, let's say you want to know how long it is from this point to this point, you can right click, hit measure, and then click the point that you want to see how long it is. Like from this point to this point, it's 111 feet. So then you can get things to a very, very, very close accuracy. So just again, so let's say I wanted to know how long this curve is. I'm just going to go here and measure. and then I can click the middle of it, and from this point to this point is 154 feet, so that you can get an idea of how long or how far this point to that point is, so you can get an idea of height and just kind of calculate things in your head. Now, it's not going to be perfect, but what it does is it gives you a sense of realism. And I still don't know what the hell is going on here, chat. What is all this shit? What is all this? Huh? That's all right. All right. What is all this shit right here, chat? Is this part of the apocalypse scene? Like, what is all this shit? Because you definitely can't see this shit while you're riding the ride. That's for sure. Is this a scare zone? I've never been back there. It looks like it's part of the, like, the weird thing about it, it looks like it's part of this scene, though. It's backstage? A scare zone? Oh, okay. I know some of our viewers here work at the park, so if you work at the park and you know what's back there, or you work there, please let me know. Now, so another interesting thing that we do have to build, we have to extend our trench. Our trench goes all the way back here, and we will continue to bring that trench all the way down here. Our trench has to come all the way to Riddler's Revenge, and then also all the way down to Batman. So we will continue this trench here that we've started. This section here will move down all the way over here and kind of continue this way, and then we'll have Batman and Riddler all in this area. It's gonna be lovely. Fuck, it's gonna be so good. Where's my music at, chat? Where the fuck my music go? Okay, I got distracted, chat. My bad. Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, so we're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. So this is the building that we need right here. We can work on this scene. Let's get our dimensions. It's just a box, but you guys are tapped in with 4 people locked in. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. So we're gonna go from here. Measure. We got 20 feet. 20 by. It looks like 20 by 20. It's a square, so I'm pretty sure it's 20 by 20. 23. Yeah, it's. Let's just go. I'm gonna say 25 feet, just because there's some discrepancy in that. We're gonna do 25 by 25. And now the way that we do that is we're gonna get our place marker, our statue. He's somewhere in here. Where is our brotherly statue? We can go ahead and delete all this and we'll find him. Where is he? Where is he? Don't worry, chat. All this is coming back. I'm just looking for my statue. Yeah, he looks like he's just not here. Maybe he's in here. Oh, here he is. Okay. All right, so we got our statue, aka Brother Lee. We're gonna use him for a point of measurement. So we need a 25 by 25 building. So what we're gonna do is use this for the start of the building, and we're gonna put him here. And let's start with the material. I'm pretty sure it's corrugated metal, but we're gonna bring up a video, and we're gonna watch. we're gonna take a look at what this material of this building is, so that we can get an accurate feel of it. Make sure you guys smack that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed already. We're on the road to building all of Magic Mountain. Okay, so let's take a look here. We're walking through. We're just going to speed through this cube video, and we're going to go over to the next little section over here that has that little 25 by 25 building. So we got all of this done for the most part. Maybe we can start working on these tunnels today. That'd be fun, right? I think that's what we should do. After we finish this 25 by 25 building, we're going to work on the tunnels. Okay, so we're coming up on the building, chat. This guy just kind of like looks at everything, which is kind of great. So we do have this next little scene here where we have a truck and some barrel work. We can get onto that detail after. Still says Terminator Salvation on that bucket or that barrel. Fun facts. I'm not sure why Magic Mountain never took away these props. Like, they could have easily put new labels on there that said Apocalypse, but they decided to not relabel the ride. It must have cost them way too much to do that. Okay, this is the building that we need to look at, and he's looking at it so awkwardly. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's a very small building. So it's just a square. It has a lot of layers to it, but what we're going to do is start from what we can see here. We have a corrugated metal texture here. So it looks like we're going to do the corrugated wall with some beams in front of it, and then a little bit of cornering on it. So let's try to get that to go forward. So let's get our corrugated wall. Now it is a 25 by 25 building, so what we're going to do is we're going to move this guy 25 feet from here, so we know how far we need to be. That is a bit wide. Maybe it's not 25, maybe it is 20, so we'll do a 20 by 20. Okay. So what we'll do here is go ahead and just turn on snap. Now this is just going to be the back little layers for this building, and then we'll add some of the top layers on there, and that's kind of how I like to do things. So we're going to bring this wall over to our statue, which will mark our 20 feet. And since it's a square, we're just going to go ahead and copy this around 4 times. Let's make it into a building. Let's go ahead and hate seeing the corner of the wall like that. It has to come back. I want to see this one. There we go. Same with this one. Okay, so we got our little box. Our 20 by 20 box. There we go. Save it. Takes so much to do so little in this game. So, 20 by 20 box. We'll go ahead and put that here. This position is a little bit off. Let's fix this corner, just because I can't stand to look at that. Now let's get our position for it right. So looks like the entry point is to the right. So, and it looks almost pretty parallel to it. So let's see. Let's go ahead and double up on the size. Double up, double up. That looks about right. How high do we come in here? When we come in, looks like you are... That seems about right. Got about one wall worth of a corner here, and then we got an arch. Okay. So let's make our opening. Something like that. Let's put our guy here. Use him for reference. Make sure that we are life size. Need a little bit higher. That's a little bit too snug. We need some clearance. One thing, if you guys want things to look a little bit more realistic, make sure that your archways, that your guests can't really touch the roof. One thing I noticed in at least Magic Mountain, that the average guest shouldn't be able to interact with the roof. It may look close, but they shouldn't be able to touch things. So keep that in mind. Now, if you're just like freakishly tall, like me, I'm 6'4.5", aka 6'5", then some things are in your reach that you shouldn't be able to touch. But the average guest, 5'5" to 6 feet, shouldn't be able to interact with or have things at arm length touching wise. So that kind of brings things to a good scale if you're trying to go for realism. So let's just go ahead. We're gonna have to redo. I guess we could just do this section. We don't have to redo the whole box. We're just gonna take these two and bring them up, and then copy them down. Work smart, not hard. So then we are gonna have to delete this whole top part though, because it's not gonna be right. take this. Go. Take this one in. Turn up the vibes a little bit. I can't hear the music at all. Let's go to time. That's my favorite song. There it is. Time. Small steps, big wins here, chat. That's how all of this park came to be. Just boxes, one box at a time. And we will get there in no time. You know what's funny is I thought that this was 25 feet, but when I built 20 feet around this little cube, it was actually perfect. So shout out to Google Maps for getting that right. Who is all up in here?
What? He needs some milk. What?
Who's all up in the chat?
What?
Drop a W, show some love. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe, all that jazz. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna drop a little celebration for all 5 of y'all. Appreciate you. And we got 5 likes and we got 5 viewers. Let's go. Y'all crazy. You guys know how I like to turn up. 5 people will be rocking out like it's 5,000. Sometimes I lock in and I don't say shit, but I'm here with you guys and I be locking in and just creating shit, building. I appreciate y'all. But what you guys think of so far? I can't even talk. I'm so excited about this goddamn area of the park. But what do you guys think of this area? Like, chat, we are, slowly but surely getting this apocalypse shit done. I know it's like very slow pace that I'm moving at now, but it's manageable and my hands feel great. They're not cramping up to hell. We're not doing 8 to 10 hour streams. So shout out to y'all. I still haven't even took my little smoke. Are you guys still playing Planet Coaster these days? I know a lot of people are not really tapped in with the game. I kind of was giving life to it over a couple weeks, just trying to bring it back into the relevant news. But I feel like people kind of just checked out after the last free update. It was very underwhelming. And we got another update in a couple days, just shortly 2 or 3 weeks. And I can't wait for that. That's going to be the first DLC that's going to change the momentum of this game since like last year. So, shout out to Frontier. Give me my damn arrow swinger. Fuck. We need the arrow swinger. Frontier, please. Please, I need more porridge. Damn, chat. Does anyone play Planet Coaster anymore? Let's check the subs. Are we at 880? Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We at 880 subscribers on the road to 1,000. Once we hit 1,000, we'll be a monetized partner. Shout out to that. Just take a hit of that good green stuff right now, chat. Woo! What? Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, chat. If you know, you know. All right. Let's get fucking busy, chat. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing? We're back to our box. Back to our box. Hope you guys enjoying your Sunday. We're nerding out here. We're building boxes. We're building a dream. I want to get this shit done. So we got our corrugated background. So if you guys want to get an idea of how to build recreations and how I like to do things, so check it out. This is how I look at this. There's layers here. So we have our corrugated wall. That's what we already put down now. That's our 20 by 20 wall all the way around. That creates our square. Then we're going to put some art shapes that are going to create these little patterns here that are downwards. These lines going here. That's going to just add a little bit more detail. And then for these vents, we're going to just probably just use a wall decal. We could make these, but this is like 1, 2, 3. This is probably about 30 shapes here, 30 lines. And that's just a little overkill. You don't have to, if you're going to go with recreations that are just focusing on a single ride, that's fine. But since we're doing the whole entire park, we're not going to make such detail like that. So what we'll end up doing is cutting these vents into a quarter amount. So instead of them being so small, if this is 20, let's say 1, 2, this is so nerdy, but this is what it takes to make this shit look realistic. We'll count the vents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is probably 20 vents. We'll get it down to 10. So it still looks similar, but not exactly what's going on here. So that's one layer. So we have the corrugated wall, that's layer 1. Layer 2 will be the vertical art shapes. And then layer 3 is going to be the corner tile piece. This is going to just be a square art shape as well. And then we'll have some of the roof pipes coming out. It's going to look great. Appreciate the like on the video. Appreciate the like on the video, y'all. I can't even talk. I'm so excited about this shit, chat. Let's go. And then we have another layer here. We have the balcony or the railing. So we're going to use an iron, I forget what it's called. It's like a little steel beam. We have those in game. And then we'll also use our one of my favorite pieces in the game. It's like a metal rod. It's one a really small rod. We'll use that to recreate the railing here. And then we'll be done with it. So let's get to it, chat. First things first. We already got our background layer of this building, which is the corrugated wall. Now let's work on the art shapes. Let's get to it, chat. Easy. So let's fix some things all going around because we don't have our wall complete here. There's some shimmying that needs to happen to get this to look flush. A lot of things are not going to line up as you're making your building. You're going to notice that things are just kind of always fucked up. So let's go ahead and unfuck them. Excuse my language. This ain't no kid stream, so you know, you've been warned. We lit here, chat. We litty like the titties, and we trying to be part of the Planet Coaster community. Okay. That is just unfortunate that is not coming down exactly how I have it. I don't know why the game does that. If you grab a piece here, Frontier, if you ever see this video, please fix this. I'm grabbing all of this, and if I want to just take this down, you would think that this would line up perfect, right? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have just the smallest little imperfection. The fuck is that? I have it on relative axis. Now, we can try it on, you would say, oh, maybe you need to change the axis to the world axis. Okay. All right, we can try that too. What do we have? What do we have here?
He needs some milk.
So, this problem still fucking exists. I don't know why. When you grab a group, you can't just move it down perfectly. Why? I don't know. It loses its axis. Someone can probably explain it to me better than I can understand it, because I just don't understand after thousands of hours playing. It still does not work. So, to get around that, I have to use individual pieces. Like, okay, so now you see the little magic wand here, our directional is in the right axis. Oh my God, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Oh, now it's seamless. Why can't I just grab these and go down and it just be on the same axis? No, that'd be too hard. No, you don't do that. So what we're gonna do is just one by one, because that's how Frontier likes us to be. We will go here. Okay, we'll play by their rules. Then we'll go down. Now we don't have our little jar section. It's seamless now. Why is it like that? I do not know. That is the way the game is coded, and I can't understand why. So now let's see if we can line up our beam so it looks right. What the fuck? Okay. I'm gonna flip a bitch. I'm gonna flip. Oh my god. Okay. So we're gonna act like we just don't see that, because these are the little small things about using these corrugated walls. Sometimes there's some imperfections when you're making a size that's technically not a size that the game wants you to use as far as the square size, because I think I resized the original size of this piece. So let's go down one more time. Appreciate you, Freed, for popping in the stream, and everybody else in the stream. Let's keep building. Let's keep making our way through. One piece at a time. We'll get there. You know, it's actually good that it looks kind of rickety, because the theme of this ride is apocalyptic, so it's honestly better that some parts are a little bad. So, sorry, I was getting a call, chat. We are not going to get that. We're going to lock in here, chat. We are not getting distracted outside of our build today. Fuck that. Okay, so we got our basis of our queue here and our wall. Let's see if we can get the back side of this going. Let's just take this here. Let's make things easy. I knew we didn't get everything. And here we go. One of my favorites. Okay. What am I doing? You're gonna walk through a wall there? Okay, our freaking wall is looking like a square, finally. Okay, so let's fix up some back end shit going on here. Just cause I just don't want to see these wall barriers clipping through like that. That just bugs the shit out of me. So let's get this up a little bit. I don't know why my volume turned down a little bit. Here I am, there I am. I don't know how long my volume has been that low, but my bad, chat. My bad. The audio's fucked. Feel free to say it in the chat. Look up, look up, look up. Okay, I think that's layer 1 is done. Goddamn controller. Okay, let's see. Might have to buy another USB-C. Actually, I got another one here. I'm gonna plug that one in if this one keeps tripping. Yep, it's tripping, so that's all we always got backup. Backup for the backup. These cables don't last forever. And that one was an official Xbox cable too. Okay, we're back. I'm back. Okay, that feels way better. Is the light on? Light off. Alright. Okay, we got our little box. Okay. Layer 1 done. So let's get into the second layer of here. We need our art shape. Art shape's coming in. Very easy little thing. So let's bring in our favorite little thing here. Go ahead and lock them in. Bring that scale down to about that. All right, so we're gonna increase the thickness as not as thick as we can get it until it starts to intrude into the wall, or right before it intrudes into the wall, so that it's thick, pause, but also it doesn't come through the other side. So let's do that. I think it needs to be like this, which is gonna be let's see how big this is. They're like that. We're gonna have to build a wall behind this because they need to be this thick. And I don't like these like non-textured. They're there, but they're not textured, and that is like annoying as hell. So what we're gonna do is re-add them in as real textured ones. It's so unnecessary detail, but that's what we are here for, chat. We live for this shit. So we're gonna go ahead and add that in there. So maybe if we added more like a tan, still want to be able to tell that it's there. Oh my god. And okay, so we're gonna make this layer its own building. I don't know why I joined it, but it should not be part. Let's see if I got it. Okay, there we go. So what we're just gonna do is go ahead and copy on all of the beams that are currently on the texture, but this will just give us that more 3D approach, and also take away from those imperfections that we had in our copying of the wall. Very technical bullshit, but not really. So we're just replacing the seams or whatever these are. I have no idea what this is, but we're remaking them 3D. What the hell? Oh. Okay, so we got layer 2. We're not going to do this layer all the way around, just from the front facade, save on part count. So to get this to not look crazy like this, what I'm going to do is basically just take one of the walls and just copy it behind it. And then move this over. Oops. So we can hide that stack of art shapes. There we go. So that right there is the first and second layer of the building. We have a little bit more 3D texture on the front facade of the building. So I think we have about 2, maybe 3 more layers to go before we can get to the roof. So the next layer, let's save it, because that was really easy right there. Nothing too crazy. Okay, so let's see what we need to do. Let's just take a little detail. If you guys are just joining in, we're working on Apocalypse's Q section. And this is just like one of the first section where you start to enter into the interior, where it's just more of a night or inside interior effects and just dark. What do you call it? Like a dark ride vibes. So let's get into that. So let's take a look at what's our next layer here. We actually were supposed to cap off the building with a larger layer there, so let's do that. What we're gonna do is this one. We'll just resize it, make that one bigger, and then come down a little bit on it. Boom. Easy. And then same thing here. Resize. And then come down on it. And go ahead and bring that one down all the way. Okay, what did I just fuck? What did I just fuck up? Okay, there it is. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, so what is our next layer again? Our next layer was, we need a top beam. So let's see if, I feel like I want, nah, everything's gonna be way too big, so we're just gonna use the art shapes again. Just thought about it, so we will go here. Is there any type of symmetrical thing? Because it looks like... I kind of want to do this, but that's just way too much detail. Like a little arch down. No, that's too much detail. We're just going to use a square. Or we could use this beam here. This little iron beam that has like this metal. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know where it is in the park, but I don't want to fly over there and get it, but I'm about to. This is why I don't like going to the gallery or the... Alright, we're just going to go grab it from this side of the park because it's over here at Full Throttle's cafe or restaurant. This piece here, where is it? Where are you? There's a metal shiny piece I was using. Is it? Here it is. This is exactly what we need, chat. It's literally the perfect angle, texture. Where the hell are we? Oh, we're over here. If you want to know what the game is, it's Planet Coaster 2. Yes, sir. Planet Coaster 2. Okay. So let's... Is it about to rain? Is it raining? Is it raining with no clouds, chat? Okay, so what is this thing called? Resort balcony fence pillar. I need it to be aligned surface. There we go. Okay, there's our trim. Trim is going hard. Here we go. And it's going to be shiny. Perfect. So this is a little big. We can go like something like that. Boom. Something like that. I'm filling that. Can we snap? I really don't want to. Oh my goodness. I just want to snap. Can we snap? I'm lazy right now. Fuck it, we'll just... Boom. Boom. Get busy with him. Getting busy with him. Come on. Okay, so that's that top piece there. It actually looks a little bit oversized, so we're gonna just go ahead and make it a little bigger. We go here, something like that. Take off the excess and see. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So it appears that it may wrap around the building. So we're going to go ahead and take it. If you guys don't know what we're doing, we are working on Magic Mountain's Apocalypse, located in California, Valencia, California. Let's go. I need to go to the park, chat. Haven't been in almost half a year or more. Bam. They've been getting my money. Got that membership and I don't even go. So let's pull this over here as well. You know, you think with the relative axis this would just line up perfect, but no. There we go, guys. There we go. I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Okay, so let's touch the ground here. Get a feel. So now that we have some texture detail here, we have a little bit of chrome, we got a little bit of rustic corrugated metal, and then we also have the art shapes to add some texture, three-dimensional texture to the wall, so it's not just one-dimensional, and we're not on some Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 or 2. Well, this is Planet Coaster 2, so we're gonna really take it to the next level with the detail as far as we can without bogging down the map. So, name of the game in this park is to build with detail with wide strokes. So if we are doing a painting, I want to paint all of Magic Mountain, but with a very medium to small tip brush. We don't want to use too many fine details because it'll be too busy to look at if I started to draw a whole image of Magic Mountain in front of you, if you know what I mean. So that's the kind of goal that I have with the park, if you guys don't know already. And also, it's not a one-to-one recreation of Magic Mountain. It's more of a, how could I say, it's a good rendition of the park. It will feel exactly like the park. It is everything that the park offers, but it's some things will have a little bit of inaccuracies just due to the game's small flaws, my lack of knowledge of certain areas, elevation, placement, etc. But as you explore the park, you will feel like you're in Magic Mountain. And my goal here is to just give this the modern approach that we had in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 when Magic Mountain was on that game. So anyone that hasn't played the game or is just their first time playing the game, I want them to come in here and just be like, kind of just have an idea of what's possible in this game. And then also, if you're playing on like a lower end rig, that the map is going to run flawlessly. Like, my computer is a 2019, maybe like a 2018 rig. Like, I got a 2080 Ti, which is decent, and it plays this map at, I'm getting like, you know, sometimes the frames dip here and there, but I'm getting 70 frames per second, which is, for Planet Coaster, absolutely amazing. Like, there's some maps out there, chat. You guys seen them on the workshop that are mega maps that are this size, and you're getting 12 frames, 20 frames, because people just kind of go overboard on the foliage, the detail, lighting, especially lights. Like, lights play a big role on how well your park is going to function. If you have too many instances or too many, what I would call them, because the game is kind of like a time, like a simulation that we're running here. If you have too many instances or events of lights being triggered or visual effects, the game is going to run very patchy or just kind of like laggy unless you have one of the best rigs. So what I tried to do in this park is avoid foliage at all costs. Like every tree that you see here is very planned out to give you the exact aesthetic that you have at the park. So anything that I couldn't find the exact necessary placement for the tree, it just doesn't exist. So as we go forward, except this random tree, like what the fuck is this? I don't know why this tree is here. There's a ghost in the park. I swear there's a ghost in the park. Like, no shit. Some things just randomly get misplaced. Things are moved in the background. Trains are altered. Functions just, I don't know. Updates come, but like, yeah, now there's a random tree in the middle of the path. I don't know what that's about, but there is a ghost in this park. So, yeah, back to what I was saying. So the tree placement, all the trees that you see in the park are very meticulously placed, very, very specifically placed to give a very authentic skyline of Magic Mountain. So as we go forward throughout the build, I'll start filling in the detail of all the, like, what I would call random trees, or just trees that are out of sight but are gonna fill the eye or the illusion that there's a lot of foliage in this park. So yeah, that's what the goal is here. So all these little flatland parts that you see where there's not too much foliage going on, what I'm gonna do here is add very big trees like these to fill in spaces that will create that illusion that there's more foliage than that's actually going on. And hopefully we get more trees so it doesn't look too repetitive. Right now I'm liking what I see as far as like the variation of the trees, but maybe Frontier, just maybe Frontier will give us flexi color on all the trees. Like, oh my god, chat, if they gave us flexi color on the trees, oh my god, I cry. Oh my god, Frontier, please, if you give us flexi color on the trees, that would be a game changer. Is that Shimo? Good morning, everyone. I have to run some errands real quick, but the stream is still going. We're chiming back in. I just want to say hi real quick. Cheers. What's good? We're gonna be on here for another hour, then I'm gonna head off, or maybe I'll stick on to maybe like 1. But it's gonna be just like a shorter one today. I'll get on stream tomorrow, and it'll be our like official day where we're going in on the build. I just wanted to tap in with you guys and kind of like get back in the motion of getting on this build. So if you guys are just tapped in right now, this is where we're at right now. I know a lot of you guys are missing the streams when I come in, but Monday and Tuesday is the day that we build and we get shit done in here. So appreciate you guys coming in. We're still gonna lock in for a little bit here. We're just taking a little small break. Give me like 2 minutes, chat. I'm coming back. I'm gonna make a little croissant, make some tea, and then we're gonna lock back in. So drop a like on the video, chat, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We on the road to hit to 1,000 subscribers. Maybe we might hit it before you know it. So lock in with me. I guess we'll take a ride on the apocalypse while I get something for the soul. Yeah, free, we going on. I got you. chat. Let's get back to business. Okay, so how many people is still here? Are we locked in, chat? Who's locked in here? You guys locked in? Let's see. We live with it. Okay, you guys are locked in. Okay, appreciate y'all. Let's go. I guess it's gonna be a rainy build. Fuck it, chat. We are going in on the rain. I'm just gonna keep it vibes and just keep the rain going. But we can also have some vibes going while we're raining, right? All right. So what is the next layer, chat? Next layer, we got our corner pieces done. Let's get a small bit of railing going. It looks like maybe there's a foot area that can be put there somewhat. So let's see if we can do that. So let's try that. We need our little... Okay, so what do we need here? We need that little okay. So we do have an actual foot area, which I was thinking. So we're gonna use this here. It's not. That would have been perfect. It had a chain. Okay, so it's just over the archway, so do that here. And then give it a more, it's supposed to be like a burnt, we'll get that color later, but shall get our little railing that we used on the tower. Same piece here. Make sure we split that from the building. Make sure it's its own thing. To use something this here because we need a shorter beam, and I don't think this one's gonna go smaller. Will it? No. Didn't think so. So, what we're gonna do... Okay. We're gonna have to use the support unfortunately. Shit. That's already scaled to the smallest? Damn. What can we do, chat? What can we do? We need a smaller stick. We need a shorter one, actually. See, these are the small imperfections that we get to that sometimes you get, like, no middle ground of which you're able to work with. So, what we're gonna do... The only way that we can make this rail the correct size is use art shapes, which would suck. Because art shapes just don't have that metal texture. And let's see how small we can get it. Even the art shape won't go as small as we need this. Oh, actually it will. We're just going to use an art shape. We're just not going to have a metal texture to it, which is unfortunate. But I will sacrifice that small bit of detail for more of an accurate size on this fence. So let's go ahead and get a gray color going at least. Look at the lovely water just splashing all over our platform there. Love the detail. Let's get it. Boom. So we have a little short fence, something like that. And then we're just going to go ahead and... Our axis is not right at all. But let's get it right there. So it looks like it's a 3-rail with a little bit of height on that part. So we'll go here. And then let's just make this whole thing a building itself so that we don't have to worry about fighting with it later to highlight things. So let's go ahead and copy this over. Now I wonder... let's just keep things simple. We'll go here. I hate that. It just ticked it off the axis. That would just be great if I can copy it over without losing its point, right? No, we're gonna have to... one by one. You know what? I'm willing to just glue it together because that's just gonna take too long. So if we have to shimmy it together, we're gonna do that. So for some reason we can keep the axis when we're going like this, but when we have two pieces going the other way, it doesn't work. So The storm is clearing, chat. Unfortunately, I kind of was liking the cloudy skies. You might have to just. Wait, do I have? Am I selected to anything? Okay. All right, chat. All right, let's see if we can move this goddamn pole on the same axis. Oh, I knew it. That'd just be too fucking easy, right? That'd just be too easy. Okay. So what we're gonna do is have to build another pole here. Let's create our end. Whoa, we're so not on. It's okay, we'll move it. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. So let's go ahead. Okay, so does this fence wrap around? It does. Boo. Make sure you guys smack that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good jazz. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and also building all of Magic Mountain piece by piece. Join the family. Subscribe to that channel. And I also drop the Discord if you guys want to be part of the Discord, where I drop all the mods that I'm using, what I'm working on, and just other type of Magic Mountain stuff we'd be talking about in there. Okay. So let's see if we can get this to go this way. Okay, we're cooking, chat. We're fucking cooking. Let's go. Got a little issue here. Got some clippage. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. Okay. And then we got some clippage over here. I don't know why it won't let me group this shit. Add to new group. Keep playing with me. Need that like burnt orange. That's close enough. Okay, so let's see. We need a little bit more height on our wall here. Okay, so that is our layer right there. That's our third layer. We have the balcony. Now, the next major layer here is going to be these vents. These vents that I was mentioning earlier would be a really easy thing. Now, we could find something that is in the game that we can kind of finesse to use less parts. We can go to the facility stuff. Let's see if we can use something that will keep us from using a lot of parts here. Because I know that we do have a vent here, but it may not be exactly like this. Has too much. Oh, damn. Shouldn't have fucked with that, chat. That shit just crashed on us. Okay. Well, looks like we're going back in, and hopefully we didn't lose too much shit, so. Thanks for hanging in there, chat. We gonna get back in here. Hopefully we didn't lose too much shit.
Oh yeah!
Oh, of course, autosave is enabled all day, every day. It's every 2 minutes, or every. Yeah, I think it's on the interval of every 2 minutes. So we may have lost like very little. I mean, we probably lost the coloring of the little piece at most. Let's see. We're actually doing really good. We didn't lose pretty much anything. What does it look like? Looks like we're still here. We're just right before we added the vents, so let's go ahead and save it here. And then we'll add, we're gonna have to build our own custom vents. So let's go back to what we're looking at. So we need to build these. They're kind of like some vertical. So what we're gonna do is just take a rectangle. Simple enough. Oh. And make this its own group. And then we're gonna go in and size it up right. Should go on something like this. Okay, so this is what we'll do here. How many? We're on 2 lines in. So we'll go here. Something like that. Let it it's just below and just, okay, so this is actually perfect. So we'll go here and then I like that. Okay, so that's the first basis of this. So now we just need to create our vents themselves. So let's go ahead and just add that. So like I said before, chat, we're not going to add as many vents as there are in the real life vents there because we just don't want to go insane level of detail like that. So what we're going to do is add 10 vents here because I think I counted about 20 earlier. So we'll do 10 of them. And okay, we have no intrusion, perfect. Okay, so what we'll do is we have our top layer here. Boom. So now what we're gonna do to make sure that this doesn't look like you can't see the details, we're just gonna change the color just slightly so that you can see that there is a different layer here. So it doesn't look like just one piece. So now this section will just have a little bit more attention to your eye and that you can tell that there's something happening there. Because the shadowing may not do what it needs to do to kind of tell the eye that there's a vent here. So I'm pretty sure it's, yeah. So let's get the corners right first. Pretty sure if I just do it like this, I can create the side piece too. If I go like this, nope. We'll just do this anyway. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. Okay, so now what we'll do, God damn it, did I just lose everything? Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna re-click all that, we're just gonna do it one by one. I tried to go copy and paste everything, but we failed, so we're just gonna have to handle it. Fuck it, it's gonna make it look more realistic anyway if there's some little bit off vents here and there. Sometimes the vents get bent, so that will cause a little bit of actual reality here. So now let's get our corner. Mother sucker. Needs to be bigger. Or actually, it's fine. Our gray part's just not right inside. Okay. Boom. The horrible thing about this is that this is not a building, and I didn't make it easily copyable. I don't know why I didn't do that. So what we're gonna do now is try to get all of this copied over. That was so dumb. So what we can do. Alright, I gotta change the lighting so I can see what the hell I'm looking at. It's easier to see the individual pieces. So I can see what's not being clicked and what is being clicked. So if I delete all of this. Just make this really, really, really hard to get. I'm gonna have to go this way. I don't know why I didn't make this a building. I fucked up. This is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to duplicate it. Start tearing it apart. Okay, chat. There we go. We got our vent. Let's fix the lighting. Okay, so we got our vents. Now we just need our actual poles to come down here. Oops. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 poles going down. So let's see if we can get that going. Mother sucker. How do you get 2 carts? 2 carts? On the train? I mean on the on Apocalypse there's 2 trains because there's a block section. If you have a block section, then you can turn on multiple trains by going to this. You have to go to operation mode and put it on block section. Then that will allow you to have multiple trains. But you also have to set a block actual piece, and then that will allow you to put the train. I mean the second train. Yes, sir. There you go. Okay, so now what we need, what is this shit? This little pole thing going around. It's a weird little thing. Okay. So now we need some of the machinery and the piping, and then like maybe a camera too. And then we have the steam pipes at the top. So let's get this going. That'll kind of like give us that vibe. We already have that over here. We can just borrow that exact piece. Keep the color going. The straight pipe down. We're coming to the end of the stream, chat. out of here. But we did finish what we were supposed to finish. We made it to where we're supposed to make it to. Oh my God. What the fuck? Bruh. That's just gonna stay like that. So many layers into this one little section. This game is all about layers and just kind of showing the eye that there's more than there is there. And that looks great. I love this little iron piece here that just creates that nice rustic look, and it also has some decay on it. I love this piece. Got the tower here. Okay, so if you guys haven't already, let's go ahead and take a ride on Apocalypse. I'm gonna cook me a little croissant. I'll be right back. This area is looking better now, chat. Really starting to have some vibe to it. Piece by piece, chat. Piece by piece. We shall get there. It's a lot to work with. This building is going to be a lot of shit to do inside of it. That's why I kind of left it as a shell as it is now, because it was kind of like messing with my brain on as far as like what it's supposed to be. And when things seem too challenging in this game and it's not enjoyable, I kind of just give it a break and I'll come back to it. So that is why that's like that, and we kind of just kept progressing around this and just keep building each scene up as it needs to be. So the next scene over here is gonna have this, you know, abandoned truck here as well, like kind of similar to what this one is, but we're gonna do the same thing over here with some more cactus work and some more barrels. And then we'll be in the interior here. We'll start doing some gadgets and some nice little electronics in here, making it look nice and pitch black. And we'll start the shack that progresses all the way this way so that you're completely submerged in darkness. And then it starts to move up, and then you're into the station. Easy. We're almost there, chat. We're almost there. And then we're going to move into the main street of the underground, and we'll start working on the pathing and start building up our shops. We have a couple shops here that are need to be built up, which are going to be kind of a pain in the ass because they're in a nice octagon shape, which I just love building octagon shaped buildings. It's just a passion of mine. But yeah, we'll get these shops lined up, get this path connected here, and get this to look nice and pretty. There is a nice kind of like shade that's over this section here that keeps items from dropping on the guests. I need to build that right here so that covers up all of this section here. That's gonna go there. And as we make our way down through the underground, there's a gift shop here for West Coast Racer as well that's going to be built. We have to redo the go-karts right now. They're just a kind of a placeholder to make sure that they fit underneath the framework of West Coast Racer. And then of course, as we make our way over here, the end of this section here is Jetstream, right in this area. So I'm going to cap this area off with Jetstream. And once I put Jetstream in its location, that will kind of finalize what I need to do with Ninja as well. Ninja, I'm going to wait on that update June 22nd to see what we're dealing with, to see if I'm going to rebuild this thing more accurately or if we're going to get that arrow swinger. Because right now it's still has some inaccuracies as far as like the elevation change and the spacing, especially on this transfer track section. This is way too spaced out. The transfer track should be somewhere right here, and also the elevation change should be much more drastic. So we may have to make a major change to this section here and have the land dramatically increase the elevation to come up here, maybe like 20-30 feet, but we'll see. But as you can see, there's a lot of elevation change from here to on this side of the map. Like over here, you can't even see West Coast Racer whatsoever. You can't even see that side of the park, which was done so intentionally so that when you're walking in the park here, you're immersed in this area. So nothing is one thing I noticed about this park is like they play with the terrain to keep you immersed in the areas so that you can't really see what you're getting into. Only what's in front of you is what you're able to see. So maybe the major point of a ride, like the pretzel loop. You can see a little bit of it here, but you're not going to see like its plaza and the theming of the area. You just kind of got to go over there and check it out for yourself. Even Viper, it's still hidden. Like you can't see what's going on over there. You just got to go over there and find out. So I tried to make sure that the land has that same kind of like surprise and find vibe. So same little thing going on here with Revolution. If you're right here, you can't see what the hell's happening in this ride Revolution. Like honestly, my sister, she's told me time after time she didn't know what Revolution was and what it actually did because it's so spaced out and the elevation change is so crazy. You wouldn't even know that there's this huge ramp that is just oddly placed that leads you into this amazing little loop. But yeah, so there's a lot of elevation change. Like look at this, as you go off of Revolution's little dip into the valley, I tried to make sure that there's a lot of change here that is really going on in the park. And then you come just right down to the ground here. And there's still some details that I want to map out and put some things here, but if you just notice how close it's getting to the ground here, this is all done very purposely as we go into this odd shaped tunnel. I wish it was more circular, but I didn't have a piece that I could make it circular, so right now it's kind of like a weird hanger shape, but there's clearance though. So back to the area at hand. Octagon. These shapes just oof. That shape right there, chat. This was the hardest building in the game to make so far. I don't know why I even attempted to do this shit. It took like 3 weeks to make this shit, not even gonna lie. So these little restaurants that we're gonna have in the underground section, aka Cyclone Bay, it's gonna be very intense to make their rooftops because that's a very intense build. And should I update the workshop, chat? Do you guys want me to give you what I have here now? Because I made some major changes onto the ride, especially West Coast Racers corner right here. This whole entire section has changed from the last update. Let me know, chat. Let me check what you guys are talking about. Yeah, once paths are completed, that's what I was thinking. I usually don't update the map until there's like major completion from one point to the other point. So there's a lot of shit to still do. Only thing that you guys don't have is like the new track work on Apocalypse, the Q section, and it's still like skeleton. So yeah. Maybe I'll update it in a couple more days once this section is more full and the queue is at least done. Because right now, the exit is not even done. They can't even get to the ride, the guests, so. Give me 1 second, chat. I still haven't even gotten anything to eat today. We're going to keep the stream going to about 1 o'clock today, chat, and then I'm out of here. Actually. All right, chat. We're gonna have to finish this on the next one. If you guys tuned in and stayed locked in this long, I appreciate you guys. Come in tomorrow. We're gonna lock in a little bit longer, and we'll finish up some things on the build and maybe get into the tunnel section of Apocalypse. But if it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Of course we